Have you ever wondered how the ultra-wealthy seem to multiply their fortunes while paying zero taxes? It is not about working harder or finding some magical stock that doubles overnight in value. Instead, millionaires use a carefully guarded banking strategy that is completely hidden from the everyday public. They leverage a perfectly legal loophole that allows them to access endless cash without selling their assets. We're going to break down this exact secret step by step so you can understand it. Most people are taught a very simple formula for financial success that actually keeps them entirely broke. You go to work, you earn a paycheck, you pay high taxes, and you save the rest. But the wealthy play a completely different game with rules that defy traditional logic and conventional wisdom. The secret trick revolves around three simple words that sound completely counterintuitive to anyone seeking financial freedom. Those three words are buy, borrow, and die, and they form the foundation of generational wealth. Let us explore the first step of this powerful formula, which is acquiring highly valuable, appreciating assets. Millionaires do not stockpile cash in regular savings accounts because inflation constantly destroys its true purchasing power. Instead, they buy assets like real estate, successful businesses, or massive portfolios containing blue-chip dividend stocks. These assets consistently grow in value over time, building massive equity without triggering any immediate tax liabilities. If you buy a building and its value doubles, you do not owe any taxes on that growth. You only pay taxes if you actually sell the building and realize those enormous financial capital gains. This is exactly where the middle class makes their biggest mistake when trying to build long-term wealth. When everyday people need money, they sell their hard-earned assets, instantly triggering a massive government tax bill. The wealthy absolutely refuse to sell their assets because they know it means losing a huge percentage. This brings us to the second and most important phase of the secret millionaire banking trick: borrowing. Instead of selling their precious assets for cash, rich people simply go to the bank for loans. They use their massive real estate or stock portfolios as collateral to secure massive lines of credit. Banks are incredibly eager to lend money to the wealthy because these loans are backed by solid assets. Because the loan is heavily secured, the bank charges an incredibly low interest rate for the borrowed money. Here is the absolute genius of the entire strategy. Borrowed money is completely tax-free under the law. The Internal Revenue Service cannot tax a loan because it is technically a debt that must be repaid. So the millionaire gets millions of dollars in spending money without paying a single penny in taxes. Meanwhile, their original assets are still sitting there, constantly growing in value and compounding year after year. The growth rate of their asset portfolio is usually much higher than the tiny interest rate they pay. If their portfolio grows at 8% and the loan costs 3%, they're actually making money. They are literally getting paid to borrow money while their original wealth continues expanding in the background. Let us look at a real-world example to perfectly illustrate how powerful this secret banking trick truly is. Imagine a billionaire who needs $50 million to buy a brand new private jet this year. If they sold $50 million worth of company stock, they would owe millions in capital gains taxes. Instead, they pledge their stock to a major bank and secure a $50 million personal credit line. They buy the luxury jet tax-free while keeping all their shares, which continue rising in the open market. The dividends paid out by their massive stock portfolio can easily cover the tiny monthly loan interest payments. They essentially get the jet for free while preserving their entire fortune for the next family generation. But you might be wondering how they eventually pay back the massive principal amount of the initial loan. This brings us to the final and perhaps most controversial step of the strategy, which is dying. The wealthy person simply holds on to their assets and continues rolling over their massive debt until their death. When they pass away, a magical loophole in the tax code called the step-up in basis legally occurs. The government automatically resets the taxable value of all those highly appreciated assets to current market prices. All the previous financial gains that happened during the person's lifetime are completely wiped out for tax purposes. The heirs inherit the massive portfolio totally tax-free and simply sell a tiny fraction to repay the bank. The rest of the incredible fortune is passed down intact, creating a permanent dynasty of immense generational wealth. This relentless cycle of buying, borrowing, and dying is exactly how the richest families maintain their overwhelming power. Major financial institutions actually have secret, exclusive departments dedicated entirely to facilitating these specific types of massive loans. They call them securities-based lines of credit, and they are practically invisible to regular retail banking customers. You will never see these incredible financial products advertised on television or promoted at your local bank branch. They are reserved exclusively for high net worth individuals who understand the complex mechanics of leveraging massive asset portfolios. However, you do not necessarily need to be a billionaire to start applying these core financial principles today. The underlying secret is simply shifting your mindset away from trading your time for heavily taxed income streams. You must start focusing entirely on acquiring valuable assets that banks are willing to accept as reliable collateral. Even owning a single rental property can allow you to utilize a cash-out refinance for tax-free money. You can pull equity from your real estate to buy another property without selling the first one. Over time, this snowball effect creates a massive portfolio that generates endless opportunities for strategic tax-free borrowing. Life insurance is another powerful tool that savvy investors use to replicate this exact same millionaire banking trick. Specially designed whole life insurance policies allow you to borrow against your own cash value completely tax-free. Your money continues growing inside the policy, earning guaranteed interest and dividends, even while you are borrowing it. You essentially become your own bank, recapturing the interest you would normally pay to greedy external financial institutions. Financial literacy is the ultimate dividing line between those who struggle and those who conquer the financial world. The system is absolutely designed to reward people who understand how debt can be weaponized for wealth. While regular people view debt as a terrible burden, millionaires view strategic debt as their ultimate financial superpower. It is time to stop playing by the outdated rules that were designed to keep you permanently poor. Start focusing on building a rock-solid foundation of appreciating assets that can serve as your ultimate wealth engine. Remember the ultimate millionaire formula: buy assets, borrow against them for tax-free cash, and never, ever sell them. If you execute this strategy correctly, you will completely transform your financial future and leave a lasting legacy. The secret is out, and now you have the exact knowledge required to bank like the rich. Take action today, change your mindset, and start building the unstoppable wealth that you and your family deserve. If you found this secret millionaire banking trick valuable, please hit that like button right now. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another wealth-building secret. Thank you so much for watching today, and we will see you in our next wealth-building video.